Hello everybody and welcome to the table. So I have a fun little everyday carry gadget here for you. Not quite a knife, not quite a bottle opener, so definitely falls in that EDC category though, so looks very knife shaped, but this is a product I purchased from Kickstarter, and so it's one that intrigued me because of its unique features and unique shape. So check this out. This is called the Quickdraw, and this comes to us from Rive Knives, so we can see the brand right there. RiveKnives.com. And this one, again, I saw this on Kickstarter. I backed it, so this is not a sponsored video. I did not get this for free. I paid for this just like the other 1,000+ individuals who bought it, and it showed up today. So what do we have here? So we have a very interesting little gadget with a flipper tab on there. This particular one is the Ghost variant. They call it the Quickdraw Ghost because of the G10. This is Jade G10, so it has that kind of semi-translucent look to it, so it looks very nice in my opinion. We do have a black-coated blade, and I should say blade with quotation marks here, because what we have here, as you can see, is a device with a bottle opener and a very small cutting edge on there. So I don't know if this is a knife with a bottle opener on it or a bottle opener with a knife on it. You be the judge. But either way, it is a very small product, and so much so that the little pocket clip on here even looks kind of comical on this item. So let me pull out the ruler, give you an idea of what we're working with here, because again, it's a pretty small thing. So overall length for this item, it's 4.5 inches, pretty much right on the money at 4.5 inches. And so our cutting edge, this little blade that we have on here, is coming in right at around maybe 0.6 inches of cutting edge. And so it's a very purpose-built little tool, really, because again, it's something that's meant to be carried with you, and the size reflects that, as well as the tool set. So we can also check out the weight very quickly. Almost forgot that. So it's going to be a very lightweight product, coming in at about 1.3 ounces. So again, very lightweight. Would make an excellent keychain carry, in my opinion. So flipper tab, bottle opener, and a black coated, again, D2 steel blade. So our little blade right here, I can think of two use cases for this thing. Again, it's going to make a pretty good, like a package opener, box opener. And the very short edge of it is going to ensure that whatever box you're opening, you're not going to damage any contents inside your package. So that's kind of a nice little feature. But I also think this would make a nice little blade for like cutting zip ties. So like if you're taking zip ties off of something, this would be really good for busting into zip ties, and would fulfill that purpose pretty well, I think. But of course, the bottle opener is quite self-explanatory, and we get this nice little flipper tab on here. So it is a generally knife-shaped object. So we have a knife-shaped object here, everyday carry little tool. And you'll notice, of course, I have not been operating a lock on this knife because it is not a locking tool. There is, of course, a flow-through design there, and this is one of those double detent slip joints. So it is a non-locking design. It opens up most of the time, opens up, and it does catch on two little detent balls that pop up in there. So it's semi-locked. It's not going to fall under or close under its own pressure, but it's just, again, a little bit of pressure pushing it closed like a slip joint knife, clicks into place, and closes just as easily. So there's that. The action is on bearings, and I had to look it up to make sure because you can't really see inside the construction there, but the action is on bearings, does have the flipper tab, and as you've seen, I've kind of failed to flick it a few times because it's small. You know, it's kind of a small little tool, but I think it's very fidgetable, very fidget friendly, so something that if you carry with you, you'll have no problem just playing around with it. And have this black-coated blade, black-coated pocket clip, black-coated back spacer right here, and has a nice little keychain holder right there, or lanyard, I should say, so you can stick this on your keychain and use it in that manner. But we also do get this tiny little pocket clip, which is awesome that they included one, because a lot of these type of tools do not include a pocket clip. And so we do have the pocket clip in case you wanted to carry this in your jeans. I would say like that fifth pocket on your jeans, this would make a very good use case for that particular pocket because it's just the right size, really. So again, 4.5 inches of overall length right here. And the blade is actually a little more utilitarian than I thought it would be. It's going to be super easy to touch up and keep sharp because, again, it's just one real quick edge right there. But for its purpose, its intended purpose, I mean, you just push into something and drag, and it's going to unlock things, open things like a zipper, you know? And I think that's really the point, is that you just can do that. So there we go. So again, slightly more tearing action than slicing, just because you kind of run out of cutting edge very quickly as you're dragging it through. So time will tell to see how that ages. And really interesting design overall. So looking at the packaging it came in, again, this is from Kickstarter, so I'm not expecting a whole lot of much, but we do have the specifications listed here. D2 steel blade, G10 handles, and the dimensions as well. So right down to the weight of the 1.3 ounces. Right there, designed in California. I have no doubt, though, that this would be made in China, overseas, essentially. So it's a very inexpensive product. I think these, if I remember correctly, these were like about 30 bucks. So 30 bucks for a little everyday carry tool. And for size comparisons, honestly, I have another very small knife I put on my keychain, and it's very comparable to this right here. So this right here is the Spyderco Ladybug. And so you can see the size comparison. Again, these are right in the same category of knife, same category of product, something that you carry on your keychain so that you have with you all the time. So just have a very useful everyday carry tool option. And so it is pretty much an analog to the Spyderco Ladybug. So if you own a Ladybug, you'll know exactly how big this kind of is in hand. It is a little bit heavier weight than the Ladybug because of the steel construction in there. It looks like we have some steel liners under that G10 where the double detent mechanism is. So a little bit more weight, but 1.3 ounces is still nothing to complain about. Very interesting little tool here. So I kind of want to get your thoughts on this little guy. So this is the Rive Knives Quickdraw. Do you think it's worth the price? Do you think it's a neat little niche item? I think it's a neat little niche item. You know, very cool design, something that you can carry with you. And for a lot of localities, there are places where you cannot carry locking knives. And so this would be a very discreet, a very non-confrontational tool to carry in places like that that are sensitive to sharp bladed objects, because no one can look at this and honestly feel threatened by it. Even though it has the scary flipper action, a blade so diminutive is borderline, you know, very safe to use in that regard. So very cool little design right here. Again, I love supporting Kickstarters simply because you never know what you're going to get, number one. And it's kind of like the surprise factor. I forgot I purchased this oh so long ago. And so now that it's shown up, it's kind of cool to see it in hand finally here today. So again, thank you for watching. Drop any questions below and have a nice day. See you later.